Hello, this is Stéphane Segnaric speaking from Arts Energy. So welcome to our new webinar in relation with Arts Energy range. So we are going to make an update today of our product range. As we are using today a new tool for the webinar, I just would like that some of you just sent us a quick message using question or speaking, just to confirm that the sound is okay and that you can see the document named Arts Energy Range Update. Waiting for you feedback. We are going to wait for 1-2 minutes that everybody be connected. We are waiting a few of us, so many people are connecting now. So we are going to, I'm just asking you to be patient for 1 or 2 minutes, and then I will start. I am with Iris Francisco.
Hello.
And so, as you know, probably, I'm more focused on nickel metal hydride, on Iris on lithium ion. So I will present the nickel metal hydride range, and Iris will present the lithium ion range. Okay, I guess that we have the major part of the people registered for the webinar, so we are going to start now. So we are going to start with nickel metal hydride. In nickel metal hydride, we have today a very large product range. As you know, nickel metal hydride is a very important part of the strategy for the development of Arts Energy. And so since the creation of the company, we worked a lot to build a very large range that I'm going to describe here. So first of all, with nickel metal hydride, we have a family for high energy density. So the target is to have the maximum capacity in a dedicated box. So I will not comment all the numbers. For detailed information, I invite you to go back to this document, which will be available on our website after I would say a few days after the webinar. Also, you can contact me to get it, but you will have access to this document. So we have for high energy density type, we have from AAA to 4/3 Fat A, including AA and A size, so at different capacities. After you have a second family dedicated to 40 degrees backup application, including emergency lighting, but not only, I would say backup in general. And you have cells from 0.8 to 10 ampere hours. Okay, I will come back to the big cells because it's an important part of our future developments on new cells at the end. But today we have from 0.8 to 10 ampere hours. After we have a family clearly dedicated to emergency lighting units, high temperatures for 50-55 degrees applications, and this family is called VHTU. We have also cells for high drain, and when we say high drain, it is often also interesting. Such cells are often interesting for low temperature applications, so low temperature for charge and discharge. And so we have, you can see different cells also, Fat A, Sub C, D, and F. We have a nickel metal hydride family for large temperature range, large cycling, long life, so very interesting for outdoor, professional, very demanding applications. And you can see that we have a very large range of products. And so considering all of those products, I invite you, I would say as soon as you have a need, to contact me to discuss and study together what is the best product for your application, and also how to choose the relevant product among all those possible cells. In terms of new product introduction, I will come back on that on the next slides, but be aware that we are going to introduce at the first quarter next year a VHTF with more capacity, with 13 ampere hours compared to 10 ampere hours today, and also a VHTD with 8 ampere hours compared to 6 ampere hours today. And at the end of next year, so at third quarter, we will introduce new cells for longer life called EcoLife MHD and EcoLife MHF. I'm going to detail. So you know that we are proposing many sizes, but we are strongly involved on big cylindrical cells. The VHTF 10 amperes is a very famous cell today on the market. This product is dedicated to 5 to 10 years life duration applications, mainly outdoor, with demanding applications. And so, starting from this cell, we are going to offer to the market soon 2 additional cells, one called EcoLife MH, and the idea is to keep the same capacity as today, but to increase the life duration from 5 to 10 years to more than 10 years. The targeted applications are solar, backup, peak shaving. Peak shaving means a lot of cycles, microcycling all the time. And the targeted area is more the Middle East. The second direction that we are going to go is keeping the same life duration as today. We are going to increase the capacity of the cell. So keeping the 5-10 years life duration, we are going to increase the capacity from 10 to 13 amperes. The targeted applications are solar and telecom, and the areas are more Africa and South America. In addition to the different cells, nickel metal hydride cells you have seen, we offer also some standard batteries. You see on the picture. First of all, the X10 Solar, which is a cylindrical battery, including nickel metal hydride cells plus the battery management system. So this battery is dedicated for applications where you want to put the battery inside a pole, inside a cylindrical pole. You have the PV module and the mobility module with an aluminum casing, offering more sealing performances. Those 2 products are not new. What is new is the products on the right. First of all, the Smart Endurance that we offer with an improved plastic casing now. And in addition, the Endurance. So this is an important product we have launched a few months ago. We offer a battery with no electronics, with different thicknesses, and the target is to be cost attractive, but as there is no electronics, the customer has to be able to manage the battery. So we are open to discuss that with him, and we collaborate a lot on different projects to indicate to the customer how to manage the battery. According to Endurance, this is the black battery you can see. What is important is that in the same box as today, if we replace the VHTF 10 amperes with the VHTF 13 amperes, so first quarter next year, in the same box, we are going to increase the energy of 30%. So we are going to increase the volumetric energy also of 30%, which is a very significant improvement. We have developed with some partners the first outdoor nickel metal hydride energy cabinet. So we have developed a full product with nickel metal hydride battery management with a rectifier. This product for backup application. So telecom, but not only. Backup applications in general, and for outdoor applications. This product is the result of a collaboration between Hartz Energy, supplying the battery, so the nickel metal hydride endurance battery with a very long life duration. Alpha Innovations, which is a US company, has integrated inside his rectifier the algorithm to manage nickel metal hydride. And Grollo is a company expert in cabinet, has developed a cabinet for extreme climates with sand filter and resistance to marine ambience to the corrosion. Okay, I let Iris now speaking.
Then we will continue on lithium-ion products. Today we are selling a lot of battery packs with lithium-ion products. What is new for us since few months is that we are working now with some other companies, that Panasonic and Sony, now Murata. We are now using also some LG and Samsung cells. That means that we are now registered as a pack maker for their cells, and so we have access to their whole range. So this is something new for you. That means that we have more abilities to supply cells in the battery pack and more choice. What's new in the range? We discussed last June about a webinar about iron phosphate. Iron phosphate for the emergency lighting. This was the product we had detailed last time. This time, what is new is that we have now in the range the 21700 size cells for lithium ion. And so we have access to NMC cells with this size, either for the energy type, that means for the cell with high energy density. So those cells can reach up to 5 ampere hour. So that means that now the whole range for energy type cells is from 0.7 ampere hour to 5 ampere hour. So this is a large range of possibilities, and depending on the size of the battery, depending on the configuration, we can choose whatever we want. The other point important is about power type. In fact, the manufacturers have also designed some power type cells in the same format, the 21700. And now for power type, we can reach 3.3 and soon 4 ampere hour. It is now available, but difficult to supply as samples and as first productions. But we have some cells up to 3.3 and up to 4 with high drain current. So that means that for power application, we can also provide some solution with those cells. So it's very important for us because that means we are able to supply different kind of products, and we can have some double source if needed. So that's what is new in the lithium-ion range for the cells. Regarding battery packs, we have developed and qualified now a standard circuit board for protection and for communication. And this circuit board is available from 4S to 8S batteries. Technology could be NMC, NCA, but also lithium iron phosphate. And so that means that we can use this board to make some products, either customized products, if you want. As you can see here, we have different examples of customized products. So on the top right corner, you have a battery pack with our standard circuit board that we have developed. And this battery is, for example, in iron phosphate with a high energy density. On the corner, right, the left corner and the bottom, we have another product with a specific customized BMS, very complex, with a lot of function on it. And this is part of what we can do also for your products. So we can design around the battery pack some casing, as you can see on this picture, very small to have a very compact product, or bigger with some handles to handle the product correctly. And so we can do several configurations. So please don't hesitate to call us and to ask us for specific shapes or specific circuit, and we are able to do so. And now with the new cells we have in the range, we can develop new products according to your needs. Regarding services, we have improved our services with some safety test equipment. As you can see there, we have developed an equipment to make some thermal propagation test, especially for lithium-ion products, because lithium-ion products are very, I would say, dangerous, or if they are badly managed, they are very sensitive, sure. So with this equipment, we can proceed with two tests. The first one is a nail test. So we take a battery pack, we have a nail penetration in it. So we can simulate a cell in short circuit. And this cell is starting a runaway. And when this cell is in runaway, then we can have a propagation to the other cells. And we can see with this equipment, with infrared camera or normal camera, we can see the evolution on the whole battery and the impact of this thermal runaway. So we are using this test today to validate designs, but also to improve our design in terms of mechanical assembly, electrical assembly. And this is a good tool also to evaluate innovative solutions for battery pack, such as new material for some casings or some new configurations of batteries. So it's very important for us to be able to do so. And this is something we can do for you. The second test we can do is an overcharge test. This is the same I would say behavior we will observe. That means the propagation or the cell behavior. In some application where the safety is very critical, we have some requests from customers asking for what will be occurring if the cell is overcharged. And so we can do this test and we can see how the cell is reacting and how we can contain this reaction with different casing, different solutions. So this is an equipment we are using, I will say, every week. And now if you have some requests about some specific design, you can ask us to make this kind of test.
We have the ability to make a lot of tests. The one from you who came at NERSAC have seen what we call our electrical test laboratory. I will not go on all the numbers, but you must keep in mind that we can make some tests in a very large range of temperature. We are also following some tests during more than 10 years, which is extremely costly, but also which has a very strong value when you can show to a customer that the product has been tested during more than 10 years. We are making some customized profile. so we can test the battery according to your own profile, to the customer profile. We can, okay, and so that summarize what I was saying. We are making very long tests at different conditions of temperature and current. We can make the test on individual cells, but also on batteries. The battery can be small or big or whatever, as complex as it can. And we are making also a lot of abusive tests for the safety, to know the behavior in terms of safety.
What's new again in the company? It's, we say, something added to the product range is the ability to have very quick parts for designing the products and for validating the mechanical interface. We have now a new 3D printing machine that can allow us to make some big parts. You can see parts can be around 400 millimeters in a cube. So it's an interesting size for battery pack. That means we can make some big casing for bigger batteries, for scooters, for stationary applications, for robots, and so on. And what is very interesting too is that this printing machine is also using some technical material. So for sure we can use PLA as very often, but we can also use ABS. So the mechanical strength is really different and the mechanical aspect also. And we can have some V0 ABS, we can have some soft material. So we can have some products with elasticity, I would say. So it's very interesting for us. We can make a lot of things with this. It's very new because it's less than 1 month now. And we are already using it, I would say 15 hours a day. So it's a very huge investment and very interesting. I think we have completed the description of the whole range we have. It was a very short webinar just to show you the news we have for this autumn. And feel free to ask your question if you have with the interface. We will try to answer with Stéphane on all of it. And this webinar will be, I hope, if the record is working well, will be posted on the website. But the presentation will be posted nevertheless. So you will get it, and do not hesitate to contact us for some new products or some advice and we will
additional information. But now it's time for your questions. So do not hesitate to send your questions. We have planned a few minutes for answering your questions.
So for the question, you can use either the chatter or the question and answer. So depending of what you said. I think there is perhaps we can answer the question about the lead time for prototypes on the new cells. When they will be available, first quarter or? Yeah,
I would say that today I received a lot of questions about the new products coming in the future, meaning the VHTF13 and the Ecolife MHF, and also the same for the D-size coming with. So what is important to keep in mind is that the VHTF13, today samples are available. We can accept orders for a few thousand cells, and the real mass production is planned so the first quarter next year. And considering the Ecolife MHF, We have not started sampling yet, so samples should be available first quarter next year. We should be able to accept the first orders of few thousand cells second quarter, and the mass production will start at the third quarter next year.
We have another question about the 5 ampere-hour lithium-ion cells. So today we have an NCA type for this cell. So depending on the manufacturer, there is several recipes.